This episode is brought to you by Amazon Prime. There's nothing sweeter than baking cookies during the holidays. With Prime, I get all my ingredients delivered right to my door, fast and free, no last-minute store trips needed. And of course, I blast my favorite holiday playlist on Amazon Music. It's the ultimate soundtrack for creating unforgettable memories. From streaming to shopping, it's on Prime. Visit Amazon.com/Prime to get more out of whatever you're into.
Money decisions don't have to be either or. With Bank of America, they can be yes and. Like yes to sunny vacations and rainy day funds. Can our digital tools and guidance help you create the future you want? Yes. And help you keep enjoying today too. Do more with a bank that asks, what would you like the power to do? Explore our tips and more at bankofamerica.com/yes and.
The number one selling product of its kind with over 20 years of research and innovation. Botox Cosmetic, out of botulinum toxin A, is a prescription medicine used to temporarily make moderate to severe frown lines, crow's feet, and forehead lines look better in adults.
Effects of Botox Cosmetic may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness may be a sign of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Don't receive Botox Cosmetic if you have a skin infection. Side effects may include allergic reactions, injection site pain, headache, eyebrow and eyelid drooping, and eyelid swelling. Allergic reactions can include rash, welts, asthma symptoms, and dizziness. Tell your doctor about medical history, muscle or nerve conditions including ALS or Lou Gehrig's disease, myasthenia gravis, or Lambert-Eaton syndrome and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects. For full safety information, visit BotoxCosmetic.com or call 877-351-0300.
See for yourself at BotoxCosmetic.com.
Hey, it's Austin James. Yes, I'm living with diabetes, but it doesn't have to define me. Thanks to the Freestyle Libre 3 Plus sensor, I get real-time glucose readings throughout the day. The Freestyle Libre 3 Plus sensor is small and easy to wear, giving me the freedom to focus on my life as a parent and a musician. Now this is progress. You can get a free sensor at freestylelibre.us.
Offer available for people who qualify. Visit myfreestyle.us to see all terms and conditions. Certain exclusions apply. Data on file. Abbott Diabetes Care. For prescription only. Safety info found at freestylelibre.us.
What will the Eagles' drama be this week? What will the media say to blame or to cause drama in Philadelphia with the Eagles? Guys, this is the Eagles Checkdown right here on the Eagles Pin Pull Podcast Network, the fastest under 10-minute Eagles podcast there is, covering news, notes, and opinions on your favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles. And I'm your host, Phil Stiefel, at Beard of Knowledge, and the host of Trending in the AM on the STT Sports Network, links below. Guys, it's Overreaction Monday, and the Eagles have just straight up dominated the Pittsburgh Steelers 27-13. And in a nutshell, put to bed the entirety of all the drama the Eagles have faced over the last couple of weeks, despite the fact that they are now on a 10-game winning streak. And how did they do it? Well, I mean, there's lots of different angles we could take today. But they won 27-13, like I said, a dominating performance on offense and defense. Maybe the most complete game the Eagles have played. Maybe the best game we've seen from Jalen Hurts since the Super Bowl the Super Bowl loss to the Kansas City Chiefs in 2022. This was the game that the Eagles needed to silence the critics. It'll be curious to see how many of the media members that have criticized him over the last couple of weeks will apologize. It'll be curious to see if any of them will find a reason. He did have a fumble early in the game to find something to critique him about. But let's go into it. Let's get into the stats. First and foremost, the Eagles offense, Jalen Hurts threw for 290 yards, more than he's thrown in the last couple games combined. 25 of 32, 2 touchdowns, 125-plus quarterback rating, along with 45 rushing yards and a rushing touchdown, so 3 more touchdowns. He did have a fumble on a T.J. Watt punch-out, but he dominated the game passing-wise. They still ran the ball more than they passed the ball, but they did dominate in the air. A.J. Brown, 110 yards and a touchdown, 8 catches, 11 catches for Devontae Smith, 109 yards and a touchdown. Kenny Gainwell got involved. First play of the game, Grant Calcaterra's lone catch for 22 yards. You just knew the game was going to be different on that first play of the game where he made a great read and found Grant Calcaterra wide open over the middle for a huge 22-yard play. I mean, they were just working it. He was reading. He was going through his progressions. He did take 3 unfortunate sacks, and maybe that's still part of an issue with him taking sacks and not staying in the pocket long enough. But you know what? I find it very hard to find anything to criticize Jalen Hurts today. And the reason why they had to throw 32 times today was because Saquon Barkley wasn't on his A game. I mean, 19 carries, 65 yards, a 3.4 yard per carry average. And I mean, Kenny Gainwell, 7 carries, 20. The Pittsburgh Steelers defense did find ways to stop the Eagles' running attack throughout the game. There were some injuries. Saquon Barkley was banged up throughout the game. A.J. Brown banged up on a hip drop tackle that didn't get called at the end of the game. Landon Dickerson missed a huge chunk of the game with an injury. Mekhi Becton banged up. Lane Johnson banged up. This Eagles team did get banged up a lot today or on Sunday. So it'll be very important to see how the Eagles are tomorrow and Tuesday after licking their wounds and evaluating their players. I'll be very curious to find out the details on Landon Dickerson because no offense to Tyler Steen, Landon Dickerson is one of, if not one of the best left guards in all of football. Pittsburgh was held in check, got Russell Wilson to under 130 yards passing, held their rush attack to under 60 yards. I mean, I don't even think I need to go over the Steelers' stats because I think what spells it out is the fact that the Eagles' offense gained over 400 yards. The Eagles' defense held the Steelers' offense, which has been putting up numbers for the last 5, 6, 7 weeks while Russell Wilson's been starting, to 163 total yards. They both had 9 drives, but the Steelers had only 163 yards. Time of possession. Just this sums up the game. Those yard numbers and time of possession. 39 minutes and 52 seconds of time of possession for the Eagles, which means the Steelers only had the ball for 20 minutes and 8 seconds of offense. That's just straight insane. I don't know if I've ever seen such a lopsided time of possession battle. Hell, the Eagles got the ball right around the 2 or 3 yard line with a little over 10 minutes left in the game in the fourth quarter there. They were up 2 scores. Pittsburgh chose to punt on 4th and 7 instead of going for it. And the Eagles held the ball for 21 straight plays to seal the victory. I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen a 21-yard play or drive that, didn't result in points to run out a game in over 10 minutes of offense. I mean, it's just straight something of beauty right there. They had all aspects of the game working. Again, the injuries are something that concerned me. Jalen Carter getting a little too fired up. It was a chippy game at first. There was a lot of hard hitting. There was that tight end of the Steelers that drove Darius Slay through the end zone. It started a little scuffle, some personal fouls. Jalen Carter got hit with a personal foul in the game for getting a little too chippy. Obviously, the drama this week will be Nick Sirianni getting all fired up about Jalen Carter, despite the fact that the TV outlets failed to show the two of them hugging it out literally 3 minutes later. So there's so much positive to take out of this game. But I think the number one key is that for all the naysayers that said that Jalen Hurts could not win a game for his team, I think he put that to bed today, proving that when the run game is stopped, and in theory it was stopped. I mean, 65 yards is probably the least that Saquon Barkley is going to get all year rushing the football. Jalen Hurts went out there, connected with A.J. Brown. They were hugging it out. They were doing dances. Obviously, their prayer circle before the game. That's not what people that hate each other do. I think he put it to bed. He hit crisp passes, hit crossing routes, hit passes over the middle, out patterns. He hit it all today or on Sunday. And I think it just goes to prove that the Philadelphia Eagles and, following that up with Detroit losing to Buffalo, though one seat is in play, there's a lot of teams around the NFL that are going to look at the tape from the Pittsburgh Steelers-Eagles game and realize it's very hard to stop the Eagles. That it doesn't matter if you stop one aspect of the game. This team has many ways to beat you. Again, as long as everybody's healthy, I find it very hard to imagine that this Eagles team can get beat by any of the NFC playoff teams. Buffalo looks great. They looked great against Detroit. Obviously, their defense isn't much to deal with there. Kansas City won again. But the number one goal right now should be getting the 1 seed, getting this team rest and healthy for the playoffs. And I think Sunday's game, 27-13, again, that's that score. I mean, it just shows that we, as Eagles fans, should have confidence, not listen to the outside noise, not listen to the drama created by the media, but understand that this Eagles team is something special. And if we want to go back to relying on the run game and dominate it on the ground, and not through the air with Jalen Hurts, we could do that. And we don't have to worry about, well, Jalen Hurts, they're hiding something or whatnot because Jalen Hurts, no confidence. Even Jake Elliott was out there knocking kicks confidently today. Nick Sirianni basically used today's game to make a point about every, negative thing going on in the media. I don't know if I like that in theory, but he used this game to prove he's still got confidence, Jake Elliott. He's still confident that A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts are just fine. So, with that being said, guys, we're going to wrap this up. This is the Overreaction Monday, instant reaction, because, again, I'm recording this like 20 minutes after the game ended. If you can hear the excitement in my voice, that is why. We'll be back on Tuesday with another episode of the Eagles Checkdown. We'll get more into the finer points and stats of the game. Again, 21 plays to run the clock out the last 10 minutes of the game. Damn. How about them apples? Eagles win 27-13. This is the Eagles Checkdown right here on the Eagles Pinpoll Podcast Network. Again, down in the description is a link to my YouTube channel, STT Sports Network, setting the transfer what sports talk should be. I will have trending in the AM at 8 a.m. on Monday. Tune in live and have your opinions and voices heard. Guys, as we end every show, it's really simple, and it's just a little bit more excitable tonight. It's go, Birds, and bubbles up.
Hey, it's Emma Chamberlain. I designed these new glasses for Warby Parker, and I basically can't take them off. Like, I'm showering in them and sleeping in them. They're just that good. Go see them all at warbyparker.com. And you know what? Have a good day, too. Okay? All right? Bye.
Looking for a pickup truck to get just about anything done? Look no further. The Chevy Silverado EV isn't just the most powerful Silverado ever, with next-level towing capability and technology. It also offers game-changing versatility with the available multi-flex midgate and tailgate, which means Silverado EV helps you carry large, bulky, and oddly shaped items up to nearly 11 feet in length. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. Visit Chevrolet.com to learn more.
This episode is brought to you by Allstate. Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check the date of the big game first before you accidentally buy tickets on your 20th wedding anniversary and have to spend the next 20 years of your marriage making up for it. Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Savings vary. Terms apply. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Northbrook, Illinois.
So, you want to be a marketer. It's easy. You just have to score a ton of leads and figure out a way to turn them all into customers. Plus, manage a dozen channels, write a million blogs, and launch 100 campaigns all at once. When that's done, simply make your socials go viral and bring in record profits. No sweat. Okay, fine. It's a lot of sweat. But with HubSpot's AI-powered marketing tools, launching benchmark-breaking campaigns is easier than ever. Get started at HubSpot.com/marketers.